privileged to hear about how can I get hired. I think it's much relevant for the professional students like you. Hearty welcome to our chief guest of the day, our inaugurator of BBA Association on behalf of JPM College, BBA Association, BBA Department, faculty, students. Welcome, sir. Next, I would like to welcome our manager, Reverend Father Joby Vellaplakal, our leader, our mentor. Your presence itself is a blessing, Father. Welcome, Father, on behalf of BBA Department, Association, staff, students, and everyone gathered over here. I also remember Dr. V.V. George Gutti, our principal, and Reverend Father Jobin Kunamparail Basar. They couldn't attend the event, but even in their presence, would like to welcome Sir and Father to our program. A warm welcome to Mr. Sunil Thomas, Staff Coordinator, and all the faculty of BBA Department. Welcome Mr. Anand Abraham, Student Coordinator, BBA Association, Ms. Geetu Soman, Secretary, BBA Association, and all office bearers, executive members of BBA Association. Now, welcome all the students of BBA. Be an active member. Please join with be an active member in BBA Association. All the above, gratitude and love goes to Almighty God. Since this is a deadly era, all of you stay home, stay safe. Thank you.
On behalf of all hearts here, a wonderful welcome goes to Miss Priya K, Head of the Department Management Studies. Welcome, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
The man who presides our function, our beloved Vice Principal, Reverend Father Tony Adikudil, CST. As we all know, he is one man of wisdom and kindness. We are really happy that Father always support our departmental activities. On behalf of gathered minds, would like to give a warm welcome to Reverend Father Tony Adikudil, CST, for the presidential address.
Warm morning to all. Chief guest of the day, Mr. Anish P. Joseph, Zonal Business Head, South India, Took Hill Technologies Limited. Our college manager, Reverend Father Joby Vellaplakal. Our principal, Dr. V.V. George Gutti, Bursar Father Joby, Head of the Department of Management Studies, Ms. Priya, Staff Coordinator, Mr. Sunil Thomas, Association Coordinators, Geetu and Anand Abraham, teachers, and my dear students. Indeed, it's my pleasure to participate in the inauguration of Management Association. And when I think about this association, this department, this is one of the vibrant departments in our college. And you have as your HOD, Ms. Priya, and she is here from the very inception of the department. And within a short span of time, you have absolutely committed for the department. And you have, then in your department, you have your Manikandan sir. And often I happen to see Manikandan sir here in our college. And whenever I see him, he is always with a paper and with a headphone. Because in his free time, he will be he will be participating in webinars. I think he has participated in more than 100 webinars in this pandemic time. We don't waste his time. Entirely, absolutely committed for academic purpose. In every month, he has got at least one publication in his credit. And he has got a sort of craving for publications. That's what I feel about Manikandan sir. Then you have Jidin sir and Sunil sir. Both of them are always here in our college, and they are absolutely, totally involved in the extracurricular activities of our college. So I just mentioned about your staff because by your staff, what they are doing here, you can just understand that they are working for you. And when I think about your department, I feel that it is your department that inaugurated rank culture in our college. Because in every year, you secure a good mark for the university examinations. Unfortunately, this year, you are not able to get one. You expected one, but next year, surely, you will secure one. So in that way, you have inaugurated rank culture, you have got an academic environment, and you are totally committed for the well-being of the college. And today, here you are conducting the inauguration of the departmental association. And normally, we know that it is only after the inauguration that we conduct certain programs. But in your case, it is entirely different because already you have conducted a good number of programs. For example, yesterday itself, you conducted one complex of high flyers. And totally, we have conducted 6 editions, and out of six, 3 editions were conducted by your department because you have taken initiative. You are students from the Department of Management Studies, and you know how to manage things even in this time. That's why you very successfully you conducted 3 editions of complex of high flyers, and then you had certain webinars, and you had interaction with your alumni. So you are busy even in this time. You manage your time. So in that way, your department is doing a wonderful work. So I appreciate on behalf of the management principal, I appreciate the students from the department and the staff. And on this day, what I want to say to you is about having a dream and vision. It is very important to have certain dreams and vision in our life. We should have certain dreams. And if we have certain dreams, we would not drift around here and there. And if we don't have any dreams, we would drift around without reaching anywhere. So to reach somewhere, that should be our purpose in our life. So in order to achieve a dream, what you have to do? You have to work hard. There is no substitute for hard work other than hard work. You have to work hard. And you may happen to see certain people always smiling. They would have a lot of work. They would have a busy schedule in their day-to-day life. And even if they have a busy schedule, they would be present. And what is the reason for that? Because that their work, that is a craving for them. Their work provides satisfaction for them. They have a vision. They have got a vision. They have a dream in their life. So you also should have a dream and vision in your life. Surely you have, all of you have certain dream, but you have to strengthen your dream and you have to work hard to achieve your dream. So as the chief guest today, you have Mr. Anish P. Joseph, and he is the zonal business head of South India of Quickheal Technologies Limited, and that is one of the leading IT security solutions company. So surely, I think he's going to handle a session. How can I get hired? Surely, as students from the Department of Management Studies, it is very important for you to know how to get hired because you are going to manage everything. So surely, I think that his sessions would be very useful for you. And now you are having your association inauguration. So I wish and pray that all your endeavors in this coming year would be successful. May the God bless you. I remain. Thank you.
Thank you, Father. What guides us is our guardian angel and prayers. Blessings and prayers are needed to evoke the angel. We have with us our respected manager, Reverend Father Joby Vellapakkal CST. He constantly supports and blesses with his prayers and guidance. We always remember the love and care of our manager. As part of all present here would like to accord a charming welcome to our Father Joby Vellaplakil CST, Manager, JPM Educational Institution for the words of blessings.
Thank you. Good morning to all. നല്ല ഒരു ദിവസം ആശംസിക്കുന്നു. നമ്മുടെ മാനേജ്മെന്റ് അസോസിയേഷന്റെ ഔദ്യോഗികമായ ഉദ്ഘാടനം നിർവഹിക്കുന്ന ഏറ്റവും സ്നേഹാദരണീയനായ മിസ്റ്റർ അനീഷ് പി ജോസഫ്, ഈ പ്രോഗ്രാമിന്റെ അധ്യക്ഷ പദവി അലങ്കരിച്ച our beloved vice principal Father Tony Adugudiyil, our principal Dr. V.V. George Gutti, head of the department Ms. Priya S, staff and students, our management department and all the well-wishers. ഞങ്ങളുടെ ഈ അസോസിയേഷൻ ഇനാഗുറേഷൻ എല്ലാവിധ മംഗളങ്ങളും പ്രാർത്ഥനകളും ഏറ്റവും സ്നേഹപൂർവ്വം ആശംസിക്കുകയാണ്. നല്ല ഒരു തുടക്കം നല്ല രീതിയിൽ പൂർത്തിയാക്കാൻ നിങ്ങളെ സഹായിക്കട്ടെ എന്ന് പ്രാർത്ഥിക്കുന്നു. പ്രത്യേകിച്ച് ഈ കോവിഡ് പാൻഡമിക്കില് നമുക്കറിയാം ഏറ്റവും നല്ല രീതിയിൽ പ്രോഗ്രാമുകള്, വെബിനാർ സീരീസ്, കോൺഫ്ലക്സ് ഓഫ് ഹൈ ഫ്ലയേഴ്സ്, അതുപോലെ തന്നെ ഇന്റർ കോളേജിയറ്റ് ഫെസ്റ്റുകള്, അങ്ങനെ എല്ലാ മേഖലകളിലും ഏറ്റവും നല്ല രീതിയിൽ ഡിപ്പാർട്ട്മെന്റ് മുമ്പോട്ട് പോകുന്നു. അതിന് ബഹുമാനപ്പെട്ട പ്രിയ മിസ്സിനോട് ചേർന്ന് പ്രവർത്തിക്കുന്ന എല്ലാ അധ്യാപകർക്കും വിദ്യാർത്ഥികൾക്കും അഭിനന്ദനങ്ങളും ആശംസകളും അറിയിക്കുന്നു. മാനേജ്മെന്റ്, എനിക്ക് തോന്നേ അനീഷ് വളരെ നന്നായിട്ട് പറഞ്ഞു തരുമെന്ന് വിചാരിക്കുന്നു. മാനേജ്മെന്റിന്റെ ഒരു ടെക്നോളജി എന്താണെന്നുള്ളത്, കാര്യങ്ങൾ ഏറ്റവും നല്ല രീതിയിൽ ചെയ്യാനായിട്ട് പറ്റുക എന്നുള്ളതാണ്. യൂസിങ് ഡിഫറെന്റ് ടെക്നിക്സ് ആൻഡ് ടെക്നോളജീസ്, അപ്പൊ അത് ഏറ്റവും നല്ല രീതിയിൽ വിനിയോഗിക്കുമ്പോൾ, ഈവൻ ഇഫ് ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് എ ഹ്യൂമൻ പേഴ്സൺ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഏത് മേഖലയിലാണെങ്കിലും ആ മാനേജ്മെന്റ് ടെക്നോളജി ഗെറ്റ് തിങ്സ് ഡൺ എന്നുള്ളതാണ്. അതാണ് നമ്മുടെ മാനേജ്മെന്റ് അസോസിയേഷൻ പഠിപ്പിക്കുന്നത് അത് തന്നെയാണ്. കാര്യങ്ങൾ ഏറ്റവും നല്ല രീതിയിൽ ചെയ്തെടുക്കുക. അപ്പൊ അതെങ്ങനെ ഏത് രീതിയിൽ വേണമെങ്കിലും, അപ്പം എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നു ബിസിനസ് മാനേജ്മെന്റ് ദ മോസ്റ്റ് ബ്യൂട്ടിഫുൾ ആൻഡ് ദ മോസ്റ്റ് അട്രാക്റ്റീവ് വേ, അത് ഏറ്റവും നല്ല രീതിയിൽ വിവിധ മേഖലകളിലേക്ക്, സംവിധാനങ്ങളിലേക്ക് എത്തിക്കുക എന്നുള്ളതാണ്. അതിന് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് സാധിക്കുമെന്ന് ഞങ്ങൾ ഉറച്ചു വിശ്വസിക്കുന്നു. JPM കോളേജിലെ നിങ്ങളുടെ 3 വർഷത്തെ പഠനം കാലഘട്ടം, ഡിഫറെന്റ് ആക്ടിവിറ്റീസ്, വെറൈറ്റീസ് ഓഫ് പ്രോഗ്രാംസ്, ലീഡർഷിപ്പ് ക്വാളിറ്റീസ്, അതോടൊപ്പം തന്നെ ഇന്റർ കോളേജിയറ്റ് ഫെസ്റ്റുകള്, ഇതെല്ലാം നിങ്ങളുടെ കഴിവുകളെ പ്രോത്സാഹിപ്പിക്കും, വളർത്തും എന്നറിയുന്നതിൽ ഒരുപാട് സന്തോഷമുണ്ട്. And I wish and pray success to each and every one of you. എല്ലാ മേഖലയിലും നിങ്ങൾക്ക് വിജയം ഉണ്ടാകട്ടെ. നിങ്ങൾ തൊടുന്നത് എന്തും 100 മേനി വിജയത്തിൽ എത്തിക്കട്ടെ എന്ന് Thank you very much. All the blessings. Thank you.
Thank you, Father. To light the heart, we have with us our guest of the day, Mr. Anish P. Joseph, Zonal Business Head of South India, Quick Heal Technology Limited. He is going to light our association to success his presence. Sir, we would love to extend a pleasant and respectful welcome to inaugurate our association. Anish, sir.
Hi. Good morning, everybody. Hope I'm audible right now. Somewhere I was not able to unmute myself. So first of all, thank you so much for inviting me for this program. So I'll be switching in between English and Malayalam for a better understanding and better your point of view. It will be better to switch between English and Malayalam, I believe so. So I'm so happy to address such a vibrant team today. So I was actually feeling so happy that somewhere down the line I was feeling that I'm going back to my college life where I have really enjoyed that period in my life. So I'm so happy to be here with you. I was just observing through the program which was running. So first thing I observed is that your HOD was so vibrant and very positive in terms of her speech, the welcome. Thank you so much for a warm welcome. Second thing, I was listening to your vice principal who was actually addressing, and the door behind him was open, which is something really amazing. That a person who is almost heading the college has kept his door open, and somebody were walking around there and looking for him. So the door openness itself shows the the culture of an institution. So if a vice principal keeps his door open for children, it means a lot for that institution, which I was observing, which was happening behind. And then when it came to your manager's speech, so pleasant and so caring. And I'm recollecting one of his request to me about the management lesson which I have to give to your children, your students there. So to be very frank, Father, probably Catholic institutions and the Catholic Church and its institutions are one of the best examples of the best management structure in the world. Probably is there in the Catholic institutions and Catholic Church. The reporting and all, it's been well defined and working very well for long years. So anyway, there is a session from me after this inauguration. So definitely, I don't want to extend this too much. And I'm so happy that I'm present in this kind of a program in my native place. I'm also from Idukki. I'm from Uppudara. So one of my colleague, Sumi Skaria, is there in the college. She's in the B.Ed department, I believe. And I'm so happy to be here. I feel at home here. And I would like to announce that I'm formally inaugurating the association program for the year and wishing you all the very best for this year and coming years. All the very best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. A fine and pleasing welcome now goes to Mr. Sunil Thomas, Staff Coordinator for the felicitation.
ഇന്നത്തെ പ്രോഗ്രാമിന്റെ അധ്യക്ഷൻ ബഹുമാനപ്പെട്ട വൈസ് പ്രിൻസിപ്പൽ ടോണി ആടുകുഴിയച്ച, ഇന്നത്തെ പ്രോഗ്രാമിന്റെ ഗസ്റ്റ് ബഹുമാനപ്പെട്ട അനീഷ് സാർ, ബഹുമാനപ്പെട്ട കോളേജിന്റെ മാനേജൻ ഫാദർ ജോബി വെള്ളപ്ലാക്കലച്ച, മാനേജ്മെന്റ് ഡിപ്പാർട്ട്മെന്റ് HOD മിസ് പ്രിയ കെ, മറ്റ് അധ്യാപകരെ, വിദ്യാർത്ഥി കോർഡിനേറ്റർ ആനന്ദ് എബ്രഹാം, പ്രിയ വിദ്യാർത്ഥി സുഹൃത്തുക്കളെ, നമുക്കെല്ലാവർക്കും വളരെ സന്തോഷമുള്ള ഒരു ദിവസമാണിന്ന്. നമുക്കറിയാം, കഴിഞ്ഞ വർഷങ്ങളിലൊക്കെ നമ്മുടെ അസോസിയേഷൻ ഇനാഗുറേഷനും നമ്മുടെ ഫസ്റ്റ് ഇയേഴ്സിനുള്ള നമ്മൾ വെൽക്കം ചെയ്യുന്നതും ഒരു ദിവസം തന്നെയായിരുന്നു. പക്ഷെ ഈ പ്രത്യേക സാഹചര്യത്തിൽ നമുക്ക് വളരെ ആഘോഷപരമായിട്ട് നടന്നുകൊണ്ടിരുന്ന അസോസിയേഷൻ ഇനാഗുറേഷനെ വളരെ ചുരുങ്ങിയ രീതിയിൽ ഈ ഒരു ഓൺലൈൻ പ്ലാറ്റ്ഫോമിൽ ചെയ്യേണ്ടതായിട്ട് വന്നു എന്ന് നമുക്കറിയാം. എങ്കിലും നമ്മൾ അതിന്റെ പ്രൗഢിയും ഗാംഭീര്യവും ഒട്ടും കുറയ്ക്കാതെ തന്നെയാണ് അസോസിയേഷൻ ഇനാഗുറേഷൻ നടത്തിയിരിക്കുന്നത്. തുടർന്ന് അങ്ങോട്ട് നമ്മുടെ പ്രോഗ്രാമുകളും കഴിഞ്ഞ വർഷത്തെ കഴിഞ്ഞും ഒന്നും കൂടെ മെച്ചമായിട്ട് നമ്മൾ നടത്തുമെന്ന് നമ്മൾ തീരുമാനിച്ചിട്ടുമുണ്ട്. അപ്പോൾ ഈ അസോസിയേഷൻ ഇനാഗുറേഷന് അസോസിയേഷൻ ഇനാഗുറേഷന് എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ അത് കുട്ടികളുടെ തന്നെ ഒരു ആഘോഷമാണ്. കാരണം BBA അസോസിയേഷൻ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് വളരുവാനും നമുക്ക് ഒരുമിച്ച് നമ്മുടെ ഡിപ്പാർട്ട്മെന്റിനെ വളർത്തുവാനുമുള്ള ഒരു അവസരമാണ്. നല്ല രീതിയിൽ നമുക്ക് ഒരുമിച്ച് മുന്നേറി നമ്മുടെ BBA ഡിപ്പാർട്ട്മെന്റിനും JP ആർട്സ് ആൻഡ് സയൻസ് കോളേജിനും നല്ല ഒരു വർഷം സമ്മാനിക്കാനായിട്ടും അങ്ങനെ കോളേജിന്റെയും ഡിപ്പാർട്ട്മെന്റിന്റെയും ഉയർച്ചയ്ക്കും സാധ്യമാകട്ടെ എന്ന് ആശംസിക്കുന്നു. ഡിപ്പാർട്ട്മെന്റ് അസോസിയേഷന്റെ സ്റ്റാഫ് കോർഡിനേറ്റർ എന്ന നിലയ്ക്ക് ബഹുമാനപ്പെട്ട മാനേജ്മെന്റിനോടും പ്രിൻസിപ്പലിനോടും മറ്റ് എൻ്റെ കൂടെയുള്ള അധ്യാപകരോടും ഏറ്റവും സ്നേഹപൂർവ്വം നിങ്ങൾ തരുന്ന എല്ലാ സപ്പോർട്ടിനും ഒരുപാട് നന്ദി പറയുന്നു. അതുപോലെ തന്നെ അനീഷ് സാറിന്റെ ഫാമിലി ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു ഫാമിലി ആയിട്ടുള്ള റിലേഷനാണ് ഇന്ന് സാർ ഇവിടെ എത്തിയിരിക്കുന്നതിന് ഹൃദയത്തിൽ നിന്നും ഒരുപാട് നന്ദി അറിയിക്കുന്നു. അതുപോലെ JPM കോളേജും ഉപയോഗിക്കുന്നത് ക്യുക്കീലിന്റെ ആന്റിവൈറസ് ആണ്, ക്യുക്കീൽ സൊല്യൂഷൻ ആണ് ഉപയോഗിക്കുന്നത് എന്നോട് അറിയിക്കുന്നു. ഓക്കെ, എനിവേ സാറോട് വന്നതിന് ഞങ്ങളോട് സംസാരിച്ചതിന് നന്ദി അർപ്പിക്കുന്നു. ഒപ്പം എല്ലാവർക്കും ഒരിക്കൽ കൂടി നന്ദി പറഞ്ഞുകൊണ്ടും അസോസിയേഷന് നല്ല ആശംസകൾ അറിയിച്ചുകൊണ്ട് ഞാൻ എൻ്റെ വാക്കുകൾ ഉപസംഹരിക്കുന്നു. നന്ദി.
Thank you, sir. To share our gratitude, would like to give a loving welcome to Mr. Anand Abraham, Association Coordinator. Welcome, Anand.
Hello, good morning. Respected President of the function, our Vice Principal, Reverend Father Tony Adikuyil, CST, our guest of honor, Mr. Anish P. Joseph, Reverend Father Joby Vallaplakal, CST, Manager, JPM Institution, Ms. Priya K. HOD, BBA Department, Ms. Kidu Soman, Secretary, all the faculty and my dear friends. Gratitude is the key to express our cooperation and livelihood. I am today extremely privileged to offer our thanks and the love to a bundle of eminent personalities. Thank you everyone for cooperating with the association inauguration of Department of Management Studies. Let me thank the President of the function, our Vice Principal, Reverend Father Tony Adikuyil, CST, in fact, a true guide and a great leader. I express my sincere gratitude on behalf of BBA Department, BBA Association, and everyone gathered here. This moment makes us to thank the Chief Guest of the day, Mr. Anish P. Joseph, Zonal Business Head of Cuphill Technologies Limited. Sir is going to handle a session on how can I get hired. As everyone assembled, I am also excited to be a part of this. Thank you for accepting our invitation and joining with us on behalf of our JPM College, BBA Department, and Association, and everyone over here. Much honored thanks goes to our beloved manager, Reverend Father Joby Vallaplakal, CST. Thank you, Father, for your blessings. A special and heartfelt thanks goes to our Bursar, Reverend Father Jobin Poonambarayil. A token of gratitude goes to Ms. Priya K. HOD, BBA Department, and Mr. Sunil Thomas, Staff Coordinator, BBA Association. And now, all gratitude goes to the faculty, Department of Management Studies. And I am very much happy to express my love and thanks to all my friends. Thank you all. And finally, all thanks and prayers to God Almighty. Once again, thank you all.
Thank you, Anand. Mr. Anish P. Joseph, Zonal Business Head South India, Cuphill Technology Limited. He is being graduated from St. Dominic College, Kanjarapalli in March and started working with Reliance as Marketing Research Executive and currently heads South India Business for Cuphill Technologies.
How can I get hired? The options, solutions, and tricks are already with Anish sir. Sir, now the session is yours. Welcome, sir.
Thank you so much. So, ഞാൻ ഇനാഗുറേഷൻ സ്പീച്ചിന് വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് വലിയ കാര്യമായിട്ട് പ്രിപ്പയർ ചെയ്തില്ല. കാര്യം എന്താ വെച്ചാല് എനിക്കറിയാം ഇത് ഗോയിങ് ടു ബി ഒരു ഷോർട്ട് ഫംഗ്ഷൻ ആയിരിക്കും. പിന്നീട് നമുക്ക് കുറച്ചേറെ സമയം നമുക്ക് സ്പെൻഡ് ചെയ്യാൻ കിട്ടും എന്നുള്ളത് കൊണ്ട് ഞാൻ സുനിൽ സാറിന്റെ അടുത്ത് ചോദിച്ചപ്പോൾ സാറ് പറഞ്ഞു ഇംഗ്ലീഷും മലയാളത്തിനും ഇടയിലൊക്കെ നമുക്ക് സ്വിച്ച് ചെയ്ത് സംസാരിക്കാം, അതായിരിക്കും കൂടുതൽ ഇന്ററാക്റ്റീവ് ആയി വരുന്നത് എന്ന്. എനിക്ക് അറിഞ്ഞുകൂടാ സുനിൽ സാറേ, ഇത് നമുക്ക് ഇടയ്ക്ക് എന്തെങ്കിലും ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ് ഒക്കെ ആൾക്കാർക്ക് ചോദിക്കാനും അതിനുള്ള ഒരു ഓപ്ഷൻ ഇതിനകത്തുണ്ടോ? നമുക്ക് അങ്ങനെ ഒരു ഓപ്ഷൻ ഉണ്ടോ? മെസ്സേജ് ആയിട്ടോ എന്തെങ്കിലും ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ, അവർക്ക് എന്തെങ്കിലും ഡൗട്ട്സ് എന്തെങ്കിലും ഇടയ്ക്കുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ചോദിക്കാനായിട്ടുള്ള ഓപ്ഷൻ ഉണ്ടോ? ഒരു ഇന്ററാക്റ്റീവ് സെഷൻ ആക്കാനുള്ള ഓപ്ഷൻ ഉണ്ടോ? ആനന്ദ്, എന്തെങ്കിലും അങ്ങനെ ഒരു ഓപ്ഷൻ ഉണ്ടോ നമുക്ക്?
ഉണ്ട് സാറേ, ഉണ്ട്.
ഓക്കെ
ഉണ്ട്. ഇതിനിടയിൽ അവർക്ക് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ചോദിക്കാം, ഒന്നുകിൽ ചാറ്റ് ബോക്സിൽ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ അവർക്ക് നേരിട്ട് ചോദിക്കാം. അത് ആങ്കർ ചെയ്യുന്ന ഒരു സാറിന് വായിച്ചു തന്നോളും. ഓക്കെ സാർ.
ഓക്കെ, താങ്ക് യു സോ മച്ച്. ഏതെങ്കിലും ഒരു ഇൻസ്റ്റിറ്റ്യൂഷൻ എത്ര നല്ലതാണ് എന്ന് ആൾക്കാര് തിരിച്ചറിയുന്നത് എങ്ങനെയാണ്? ഇന്ത്യയിലെ ഏറ്റവും വലിയ മാനേജ്മെന്റ് ഇൻസ്റ്റിറ്റ്യൂഷൻസ് ഏതാണ്? ഇന്ത്യയിലെ ഏറ്റവും വലിയ മാനേജ്മെന്റ് ഇൻസ്റ്റിറ്റ്യൂഷൻ എന്ന് പറയാമോ? ആർക്കെങ്കിലും ഒക്കെ ടൈപ്പ് ചെയ്യാം, ചാറ്റ് ബോക്സിൽ വരാം. IIM, സീതാലക്ഷ്മി, അലക്സ്, IIM. ഓക്കെ, നൈസ്. എവരിബഡി. സോ അത് IIM കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ പിന്നെ വേറെ ഏതാ ഉള്ളേ? ആർക്കെങ്കിലും വേറെ ഏതെങ്കിലും ഇൻസ്റ്റിറ്റ്യൂഷൻസ് അറിയോ? ഒരുപാട് ഇൻസ്റ്റിറ്റ്യൂഷൻസ് ഉണ്ട് അല്ലെ? XLRI ഉണ്ട്, IBS ഉണ്ട്, ഓക്കെ, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ IMS ഉണ്ട്, ISB ഉണ്ട്, IIBM ഉണ്ട്. സോ ദർ ആർ സോ മെനി ഇൻസ്റ്റിറ്റ്യൂഷൻസ് ലൈക്ക് ദാറ്റ്. എങ്ങനെയാണ് ഒരു ഇൻസ്റ്റിറ്റ്യൂഷൻ നല്ലതാണ് എന്ന് ആൾക്കാർ പറയുന്നത്? എന്ത് കാരണം കൊണ്ടാണ് പറയുന്നത് IIM നല്ലതാണെന്ന്? പ്ലേസ്മെന്റ്, വേറെന്താണ് കാരണം? ഒരു ഇൻസ്റ്റിറ്റ്യൂഷൻ നല്ലതാണ് എന്ന് ആൾക്കാർ പറയും. ഫെസിലിറ്റീസ്, വെരി ഗുഡ്. സോ ദർ ആർ സോ മെനി റീസൺ അല്ലേ? പ്ലേസ്മെന്റും ഫെസിലിറ്റീസും ഒക്കെ വളരെ നിർണായകമായിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു കാര്യമാണ്. പക്ഷേ ഏതെങ്കിലും ഒരു മാനേജ്മെന്റ് ഇൻസ്റ്റിറ്റ്യൂഷനിൽ നിന്ന് പഠിച്ചു പുറത്തിറങ്ങുന്ന ആൾക്കാര് അവരുടെ കരിയറിൽ അവര് എത്തുന്ന ആ ഒരു ഹൈറ്റ്സ് ആണ് പല മാനേജ്മെന്റ് ഇൻസ്റ്റിറ്റ്യൂഷൻസിനെയും പിന്നീട് ഇതാണ് ഇവിടുത്തെ ഏറ്റവും നല്ല മാനേജ്മെന്റ് ഇൻസ്റ്റിറ്റ്യൂട്ട് എന്ന് ആൾക്കാർ പറയാൻ കാരണം. ഒരു മാനേജ്മെന്റ് ഇൻസ്റ്റിറ്റ്യൂട്ടിനെ ഫെയിം ആക്കുന്നതില് ഏറ്റവും നിർണായകമായിട്ടുള്ള പങ്കുവഹിക്കുന്ന ആൾക്കാരെന്ന് പറയുന്നത് അവിടുത്തെ സ്റ്റുഡൻസ് ആണ്. ശരിക്കും പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ടീച്ചേഴ്സിനും അല്ലെങ്കിൽ അവിടുത്തെ ഫെസിലിറ്റീസിനും ഒക്കെ ഒരു പരിധി വരെ നമ്മളെ സപ്പോർട്ട് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും എന്ന് മാത്രമേ ഉള്ളൂ. അവിടുന്ന് പുറത്തു വരുന്ന സ്റ്റുഡൻസ് അവരെത്ര ഭംഗിയായിട്ടാണ് അവരുടെ ലൈഫിൽ കരിയർ മുന്നോട്ട് കൊണ്ടുപോകുന്നത്, അതല്ലെങ്കിൽ എന്റർപ്രണർഷിപ്പ് മുന്നോട്ട് കൊണ്ടുപോകുന്നത്, അവരെത്ര ഹൈറ്റ്സിൽ ലൈഫിൽ എത്തുന്നുണ്ട് എന്നുള്ളതൊക്കെയാണ് മിക്കവാറും ഒരു ഇൻസ്റ്റിറ്റ്യൂഷന്റെ ശരിക്കുള്ള അതിന്റെ ഒരു വാല്യൂ ലോകത്തിനോട് പറയുന്നത്. അങ്ങനെയാണ് ആ ഇൻസ്റ്റിറ്റ്യൂഷനിൽ പഠിച്ചിറങ്ങിയ കുട്ടികളുടെ പേരിലാണ് ഇൻസ്റ്റിറ്റ്യൂഷൻസ് പിന്നീട് വലിയൊരു ഇൻസ്റ്റിറ്റ്യൂഷനായിട്ട് അറിയപ്പെടാൻ പോകുന്നത്. അപ്പൊ ഞാൻ ഇന്ന് ഐ എം സോ ഹാപ്പി തരണോ നിങ്ങളുടെ കോളേജിന്റെ ആക്ടിവിറ്റീസ്, സ്റ്റുഡൻസിനുള്ള എൻഗേജ്മെന്റ്സ്, നിങ്ങളുടെ സ്റ്റുഡൻസിന്റെ ആ ഒരു വളരെ ഫ്യൂച്ചറിസ്റ്റിക് ആയിട്ടുള്ള അപ്രോച്ചുകൾ, നിങ്ങൾ നടത്തുന്ന പ്രോഗ്രാംസ്, അതിനെപ്പറ്റി കേട്ടപ്പം ഐ ഫെൽ സോ ഹാപ്പി. ഞാൻ പ്രീ ഡിഗ്രി ഒക്കെ പഠിച്ചു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ 10ാം ക്ലാസ് കഴിഞ്ഞ സമയത്ത് നമ്മുടെ നാട്ടിൽ പോയി പഠിക്കാനായിട്ട് നല്ല കോളേജൊന്നും ഇല്ലാഞ്ഞിട്ടാണ് കാഞ്ഞിരപ്പള്ളി സെന്റ് ഡൊമിനിക്സിൽ പോയി പ്രീ ഡിഗ്രിയും പഠിച്ചത്. നിങ്ങൾ കുറെ കൂടെ ലക്കിയാണ്. കാരണം എന്താ വെച്ചാൽ നമ്മുടെ നാട്ടിൽ തന്നെ ഇത്രയും നല്ലൊരു ഇത്രയും നല്ലൊരു ഇൻസ്റ്റിറ്റ്യൂഷൻ നമ്മുടെ അച്ഛന്മാര് അവിടെ റൺ ചെയ്യുന്നു എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് വളരെ, നിങ്ങളൊക്കെ ഒത്തിരി ബ്ലെസ്ഡ് ആണ്. നിങ്ങൾക്ക് അങ്ങനെ ഒരു ഓപ്പർച്യൂണിറ്റി നിങ്ങൾക്ക് അടുത്ത് തന്നെ കിട്ടാൻ സാധിച്ച കാര്യത്തിൽ. സോ ഇത്രയൊക്കെയാണ് ഒരു ഇൻട്രൊഡക്ഷൻ ആയിട്ട് പറയാൻ ഉദ്ദേശിച്ചത്. ഇതൊരു വളരെ ഒരു ഇന്ററാക്റ്റീവ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള സെഷൻ ആയിരിക്കും. നിങ്ങൾക്ക് യു ഷുഡ് കീപ് ആസ്കിങ് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ് ആണോ, ഐ വിൽ കീപ് ആൻസറിങ് ദാറ്റ് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ്. നമുക്ക് നെക്സ്റ്റ് സ്ലൈഡിലേക്ക് പോവാം. ഓക്കെ, അതിനു മുന്നേ ഞാനൊരു സിമ്പിൾ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ചോദിക്കാം. ഈ ഹൗ ക്യാൻ ഐ ഗെറ്റ് ഹയർഡ് എന്നുള്ള ഒരു ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ആണ് ശരിക്കും. ഓക്കെ, ആ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യന് എനിക്ക് എന്തെങ്കിലും ഒരു ആൻസർ തരാൻ പറ്റുമോ? ഒരു സിമ്പിൾ ആൻസർ. ആർക്കെങ്കിലും ഒരു സിമ്പിൾ ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു ആൻസർ തരാൻ പറ്റുമോ? ഹൗ ക്യാൻ ഐ ഗെറ്റ് ഹയർഡ്? or how can you get hired? Your competencies, right? So somebody should, understand that you are competent enough, right? Good. Okay, done. So skills, hard work. Okay, so there are so many reasons that you can, for reasons you can get hired. So now I think you are seeing the page with the expectations. So there will be a lot of expectations for employees, right? So what can be your first expectation when you are getting hired? Okay, going for passion. There's a lot of people going for passion. So what are the expectations of an employee when you are getting a job? What is your first expectation? Satisfaction of your salary, Sita Lashmi, very good. So that is the point which I wanted to put across. Very nice. It's actually good perks, right? So, so can you go back and put this slide one by one? The first, second, that bullet points one by one, so that.
Yes, sir. ഏതായിരുന്നു ആദ്യം ഇടണ്ടേ?
First one tab അടിച്ചാൽ മതി. അപ്പം you will get the first option.
Okay.
Keep it in that full view. That currently it is not in the full view, I believe. That is why it is like that. Yeah. Can you go for the slide view? The slideshow option. It should be in the right bottom. Yeah, thank you so much. So first, okay, go one by one. Okay, thank you so much. So definitely good perks is a good option. It's a good expectation from perks means your salary, incentives, profit share, whatever it is. Okay, what is the second expectation probably which will which you have in your mind when you are going for a when you get a job? You can keep answering your expectations. So I will pick any of that from your answer. I'm not able to see any messages. Are you typing or I'm not able to see? You can keep typing your answers. Okay. Good working environment. Very good, Priya. So that is actually exactly my second point. So you can go for the second point. It's good working environment. People like to see a good office, a good team there, a lot of recognitions which is coming to you for your good work. Okay, probably next point, you can keep typing whatever your expectation. Yeah, you can go. You can go for the next point, please. Yeah. So work-life balance. People would like to have a work-life balance. You cannot keep working for 24/7 in your life, right? You need some time to relax, go for your family, spend some time for your family. All that is required, right? Very good. So then the next point, definitely all these points must be there in your mind. I know very well, but probably it is not getting, you might not be knowing how to express it properly. It's okay, no problem. We'll go for the next point. It's opportunity to grow, right? Okay, so everybody would like to grow in their career after joining an organization. If I'm joining as an executive, I don't want to spend my entire life as an executive there. I want to grow up in my life, right? Next point. Okay, if you want to grow, you want to learn. So without learning, you cannot grow. So there should be an opportunity to learn in the organization where you are joining. Okay. Next point is, you need a very good leadership. If you are not having a good leadership, then how will you learn? So you need to have a very good leadership in the organization to grow. Okay. Next point. Okay. Even if you have a good leadership, opportunity to learn, grow, you are getting a work-life balance, but if there is no stability of job, it will all, right? So stability of job is important. That is one of your expectation. Okay. Next point. Definitely you need a lot of empowerment. You need to have the authority with you. You need to have the freedom with you to work. So these all are the expectations that an employee will have when an employee is looking forward for a job opportunity or taking up an opportunity with any organization. So this tells you, okay, you are going to join a good organization and you are going to join a very good team in that organization, and you are going to get rewarded for the good work which you are planning to do. Okay, right, very good. So obviously the expectations are not just one-sided, right? The expectation will be definitely two-sided. Okay, so employer also will have an expectation. Okay, definitely. I would like to compare this relationship. This is you can see a relationship, right? Employee and employer. So for young people like you, I would like to compare this relationship as a kind of what should we say, a girlfriend boyfriend relationship. So if employer is a girlfriend and employee probably is a boyfriend, so boyfriend would like to get a girlfriend, so the boyfriend will have a lot of expectations, which is like the employee will have a lot of expectation like this: good perks, good working environment, work-life balance, opportunity to learn, opportunity to grow, leadership, stability of job, empowerment, like that. Whatever is the expectation an employee is having, the same way you can compare it with a lover, probably a boyfriend's expectation about his girlfriend. So now we go to the employer expectations. You can compare all these expectations, like the girlfriend's expectation about the boyfriend. So I'm making it in that way because now you will be able to relate it better. Okay, so you can go to the employer expectation. The first expectation. Okay, so employee want to learn. Okay, so employer would like to have an employee who is ready to learn, right? So ready to learn means if you are getting a job, you need to keep asking your questions, and you need to keep this should be your attitude for getting an have a mindset to being ready to learn. Okay, second point, innovative. Your thoughts should not be bounded by limits. You should have a lot of out of the box ideas with you, innovative ideas with you, you should always think, what better can I do about it? So that is where the innovation comes. And you should always look, find options, find solutions for the problems. So that is where the innovation comes out. Okay, next point. Yeah, well said. Innovation comes from solution orientation. You should be oriented towards solutions rather than problem. Problem be there. You should always find the best solution for the problem which is available. The problem is persisting around. When you are finding the best solution, it will become an innovation. Okay, so you should be solution oriented. Okay, next. Okay, now life has changed, right? Earlier, a person with a lot of positive attitude, very innovative, solution oriented, would have become a best bet for any employer to hire. But now life is changing. So you have to be data driven. It's the type of big data, blockchains, all these things happening around you. I know that you are having a better understanding than me what is happening around the world right now. So there are a lot of things which is derived from data now. Almost all the leading companies in the world working their entire life around this big data and blockchain and all these things. So you should be a data driven person. You should be very, very focused on the data analysis part of skill in your when you compare all the skills which you should have, you should be very much skilled in data analysis. Okay, next. The life has changed a lot. Okay, not just data analysis will help you. At the same time, probably sometimes data will throw you an assumption based on the behavior of the data which you are having. Probably if the base of the data which you are having with you is not throwing the right, if that is not throwing the right things, the right solution to you, probably I think somewhere I got disconnected. Hope you can hear me, right? Okay, so you should have a reality check on the data which you are presenting or you are understanding. So the reality will be you have to check it with the actual reality in the ground level. Okay, so next point. So you should be process oriented. So in any organization there will be a set process. Okay, so the process orientation is a mindset that which you have to create yourself. So when you when you are learning in your college, so there will be a lot of processes in the college which has to be followed. And if you are not following the processes which is being set by college, probably when you are going for an interview or when you are going for a job, it's very difficult. It will be very difficult for you to crack it. And you should be very process oriented. You should understand what is called process, and you should actually be very process oriented in terms of your studies are concerned, your projects are concerned, your probably for you are going for an interview. As far as your interview is concerned, you should be you should follow the process which is been put forward by the people for that program. Okay, so next point. Okay, so definitely you should be a go-getter. So go-getter, you must be knowing what is called go-getter. Go-getter means, you should be self-motivated. You should not be, somebody should actually not come behind you and remind you about things, but instead you should have the aspiration within you, and you should find your ways to get your things done. So that is called go-getter. Okay, next. Ready to experiment, should be fearless. Even if you fail, that should not be a matter for you to experiment something new in your life. So what all things you have experimented in your life till the time? If you have not experimented anything new in your life, definitely you have to experiment something which is actually good for you to learn a lot of things in your life. Okay, next point is positive and progressive. Okay, so positive means, you all know that what is called positive, but only positive will not help. At the same time, you should be progressive also. So positive means it is a state of mindset. Progressive is supported with action. So you are positive and progressive, which is actually interrelated. If there is no action, but in your mind you are very positive about things, it is not enough. So you should be positive and progressive. Okay. Next point is effective, not just efficient. So there are a lot of people around us are very efficient. We say that, no, this guy is very efficient guy. But is he really effective? So probably, you have to find the difference of the words between being efficient and being effective. An efficient person can be effective, but all the efficient person need not be effective in their career. The effectiveness is more about the executional capacity of that person. It is more about the executional capacity of the person, which you have to develop. Definitely, you should be a team player. What is called team playing? Team playing is not about doing others' job. See, when one of my team member is not able to do his job, if I'm going and helping him in what he was supposed to do, is not called teamwork. The teamwork is what you are doing your part the best, and you are inspiring, and you are making your team member capable of doing his job. That is what called team playing. If somebody in your college, in your class, is doing the job which was supposed to be done by your colleague, you don't call him as a team player. He's actually spoiling your team. But instead, he can actually help your team member to build his capability to do his job and inspire him to do his job. There it goes. That is actually called a team playing. That is called a team player. Okay, so next point. Okay, persistent, not only patient. What is persistent and what is patient? Patient means, you're patient enough to wait. For example, I'll take the example of, the girlfriend-boyfriend relationship. So boy goes to a girl or girl goes to a boy and, propose him. And after that, she or he is waiting for him to answer, and he is not answering. And he is keep on waiting for getting an answer. That is called patience. But what is persistence? Persistence is he or she keep trying impressing his girlfriend, boyfriend throughout. That is called persistence. Persistence is again patience with a lot of action. So if you are patient and if you are keep trying, keep improving, that is what is called persistence. Okay, so last point is responsible and reliable. Okay, so definitely I understand you will understand, you also know what is called responsible and reliable. So you should be, so these all are the expectations that an employer is having, and we have seen employees expectations, we have seen an employer expectation also. So now we'll go to next slide. You will get hired when? So now I am expecting some answers from you. You saw an employee's expectation and you have seen employer expectations. So can somebody give me some answers? A girl or boy would like to propose a boyfriend or a girlfriend, or vice versa, he or she has to agree for it. And when it will happen? When will it happen? So do you have any ideas? People who are having some experiences? At a perfect times come. Okay, Bibin Babu. Okay. So you mean to say it's a luck? Anybody else? Yeah, Bibin says it's a luck. Okay. So to some extent there is a luck, because this has to match. So your expectation and their expectation has to match. That is what Bibin meant, I believe so. Okay, fine. Good answer. So we'll go to the next point. You identify yourself as the best fit for the job. Right. So when you are identifying yourself as a best fit for the job, what is the chance that you will get a job? You are identifying yourself as a best fit for a job, or you are identifying yourself as the best boyfriend or girlfriend for the other person. What is the chance that you will win? It's actually 50-50. What is that 50-50? What is the chance to probably a war between India and America tomorrow? So people will have different opinion. People will say, okay, 20%, 10%, no chance, it will not happen. But the chances are always 50-50. If any question which is having a very closed-end question, which will have yes or no answer, the chances of any such question is actually 50-50. You cannot find a probability of such kind of a situation. So you find yourself as the best fit for the job, but the chances for you to get hired is probably 50-50. You know why? The next point, please. Next point. You are able to identify, but did your interviewer identified it? So your part 50% is okay. The other part of 50% is that conveyed that no, you are the best person for that particular job. Okay, so let's see. So what matters? Okay, next slide. my employer doesn't see my point of view. What is the next point? My employee doesn't see my point of view. So here is the problem, that this is the point which will decide whether you are getting hired or you are not getting hired. So this is the situation where somebody is not getting hired. Employee is very good. He is finding himself as the best person to be hired, but he is not getting hired. What is employee's expression? Employee is saying, my employer doesn't see my point of view. What is employee's point of view? My employee doesn't see my point of view. What is the problem here? The problem is, okay, we'll go to next slide. Okay. The mind is a wonderful thing. It starts working the minute you are born and never stops until you get up to speak in public. What does it mean? നമ്മുടെയൊക്കെ മനസ്സ് സൂപ്പറാണ്, ഭയങ്കര സൂപ്പറായിട്ട് വർക്ക് ചെയ്യും. നമുക്ക് ഒരുപാട് ഐഡിയാസ് ഉണ്ട്. നമുക്ക് അതൊക്കെ ഇങ്ങനെ ഇംപ്ലിമെന്റ് ചെയ്യണമെന്ന് ഭയങ്കര ആഗ്രഹമുണ്ട് ലൈഫില്. പക്ഷേ നമ്മള് അത് പറയാൻ തുടങ്ങുമ്പോൾ നമ്മുടെ ഐഡിയ ഒക്കെ ആവിയായിട്ട് പോകും. എന്താ കാര്യം? So there is a problem. It is called lack of proper communication skill. Okay, so a good communication is a bridge between confusion and clarity. If you have got a good communication skill, you will not create any confusion, but instead you will create a clarity. The biggest problem of communication is we don't listen for understanding and we listen to replay. So the communication may not happen properly between two people because we are listening the other person not for understanding, but no, we want to replay. So our point of view is more important for us. So we'll listen the other person to reply, not for understanding what is there in others' mind. So we'll come to know, we'll see all these scenarios in going forward. We'll go for the next slide. So according to a survey by National Association of Colleges and Employers, the communication skills are listed as the most important qualities sought in a job candidates. So the most important quality which will get assessed at the time of an interview is your communication skills. So you must be very honest, very integral. Your integrity must be very good. You will be very flexible and adaptable. You are so motivated. You are very innovative. You will take a lot of initiatives. You have got computer skills. You got data analysis skills. You have everything. But what is the time that you are getting in front of you to communicate this? 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, 1 hour. Many times it is less than half an hour. How will you communicate your interviewer that I am honest, integral, flexible, adaptable, highly motivated, I have taken a lot of initiatives in my life, I've got computer skills, I've got analytical skills. So that is going to decide whether you are going to get hired or not. Okay, so we'll go for next slide. So what are the types of communications which we normally do? Say verbal communication, written communication, non-verbal communication. So these all are the three major ways of communication which we normally do in our life. Okay, so we will be discussing about verbal communication and non-verbal communication. Why? Because in an interview point of view, in a job point of view, these two are very important. So we can go for the next slide. Okay, you have heard about 7 C's of communication, right? How should our communication be? Okay, so it should be a complete communication. What is complete communication? Sorry, I got disconnected. So what is called a complete communication? Should have all relevant information. So when you are communicating something to somebody, okay. So when you are communicating to somebody, your communication should be a complete communication. It should have all relevant information. You cannot speak bits and pieces. Okay. The second point is, it should be very concrete. So first is complete. It cannot be in bits and pieces. It should be complete. When we say sentence is complete, there is a noun, verb, proverb, adjective, whatever is required for that particular sentence. If it is packed in the proper way, it is called a complete sentence, right? So the same way, a completeness of a communication means it should not be in bits and pieces, but it should be proper, full, clear. Means it should have a starting, it should have an ending, and everything should be packed in between. So that is what is called complete. So now we are coming to concrete. What is concrete? We should speak with facts and figures rather than we will say this guy is beating around bush, is not coming to the point. So there should be facts and figures rather than some rumors, some assumptions. So you should have facts and figures incorporated in your communication so that it will be very concrete. So you should be very courteous. You cannot be arrogant. You should show your respect while you are speaking. Then only the other person will listen to you. Then it should be correct, right? So the data you are giving facts and figures, but if it is not correct, the person sitting in front of you will understand, okay, this guy is bluffing. So it should be a correct communication. You cannot bluff. Then the other point, probably the fifth point is need to be very clear. So no jargons to be used. It should be very easy to understand. You should not complicate the way you are speaking. Make it very clear. Then the next point, the next is consider. What is consider? Consider means the person who is sitting opposite to you will have an opinion about what you are saying. Listen to that opinion. Consider that opinion also. You cannot speak in a very autocratic way. You need to consider the opinion of the other person also. And this is very much required when you are attending a group discussion kind of things in the interview procedure. And the last point is concise. Concise is means you should be stick to your subject. You should be a subject matter kind of thing. It should be very point to point. You cannot speak about a small subject for half an hour to make the other person understand. Based on the importance of the subject, you need to limit the sentences or the words which are going to explain that particular thing. So that is called concise. So these all are the 7 C's which you have to follow when you are doing any communication. Okay. So make communication a priority. So when you are in a college, so this is the right time for you to develop your communication skills. You will get a lot of opportunity to take classes. You will have time to read books, magazines, articles. Or you have to learn from successful communicators around you. We can seek a mentor. So there are so many options in front of you when you are a student. Simplify and stay on message. Use simple, straightforward language. So you can remember Abraham Lincoln's Gettysburg Address, which was just 286 words and about 2 minutes long. And he could motivate and he could do a lot of things in history based on that speech. Engage your listeners and readers. So when you are writing a resume, when you are writing your biodata, your resume, that should have something to draw the attention of the person who is reading that. Or when you are giving an interview, there should be something which will draw the attention of your interviewer. You can ask questions, invite options, ask for feedback. All these things will create an interaction with your, the listener or the reader. Or in your resumes, you can, write things which you have done differently, which will draw attention from the, your person who is reading your resume. Okay, while you are attending an interview, don't jump on the questions which has been asked by somebody, but rather be a little calm, quiet. Take some time to respond. Think before you you are responding. Don't react. Reaction will be like panic. You need not be panic. Be calm and quiet, and take time to respond for the questions which is coming to you. And before answering anything to somebody, make sure that you understood it properly before answering. So the problem is, in a hurry of answering, you will jump on that question and will try to answer it. Will actually probably the thing which is being in the mind of the interviewer must be a different thing. You must have not given him enough time to explain his point, but rather you jumped upon his question, knowing that I know this. So make sure you understood the question properly before giving the answer to your interviewer. Be calm, quiet, listen him properly, and make sure that you understood the question properly. So next slide. So I've one quote I have taken in my previous slide. You could have listened. So we all listen to reply. We are not listening to understand. So which is actually a problem for all of us. We want to counter others. We are not in a world where you are fighting each other. So we have set our mind by default to fight with people. That is where we want to reply to people rather than understanding them. So when you are going for an interview, you need to understand what is going through the minds of the people who are interviewing you. If you want to know that, you have to listen it to understand. Please don't listen them to reply them. So listen them to understand what is going through their mind. Okay, so that is what the techniques which I was telling before. That you have to understand, you have to listen, you have to calm quiet, and when you are answering, you should be aggressive. Okay, so develop your listening skills, which is very, very important in terms of communication skill. So communication is not about speaking too much. Communication is not about good English. Communication is not about how loud you speak. Communication is not about how stylish you are. Communication is not about your vocabulary. Communication is 90% is about listening the other person to understand them. Listen others to understand them. Then you have to respond, not react. So response should be according to the nature of the question. The question, if the question need to be answered aggressive way, does not mean that you have to jump on that question and answer it, and you need to make a scene out of there. But instead, you have to wait for the question, understand it properly, and when you start responding, you can respond very aggressively. The aggressiveness is not the speed. Aggressiveness is your thought. What you want to do about it. That is more about the aggressiveness. Okay. Body language. It's very, very important. You should have the right body language while you are speaking to your people. 1 second, I'm getting a call. Hello? Hello? Yeah, I'll just call you back. So your body language is very, very important in terms of communication. How confident you are, how you are going to respond to some questions, how you are going to use your hands, how you are going to use your eyes, how you are going to wave your head, how you are going to sit, how you are going to lean down, how you are going to probably sit back and listen. All these questions are, all these posters deliver a message to the interviewer about your character, about your interests, about your, whether you have done it exactly, whether you have done, or you are just bluffing something in front of the interviewer for the purpose of telling about it. So this all can be measured by the interviewer through your body language. So which is very, very important for all of us in terms of going for an interview. Maintain eye contact. We all know that when you are doing, either you are doing a public speaking or you are going to have a person-to-person interaction, whatever you are doing, definitely you should maintain a very good eye contact with your audience, with the person who is sitting in front of you, which will actually give you an upper hand in your communication if you are keeping an eye contact. Okay. Respect your audience, which is also part of my previous point which I was putting across. So you have to respect the person who is standing in front of you. Respect does not mean that you have to be a slave. You need to behave as a slave. You have to respect yourself and you have to respect your audience also. So it's both way. Your inner side, you have to respect your inner person, your personality. At the same time, you have to respect the person who is sitting in front of you or the audience in front of you. Okay, next slide. So this is going to be the conclusion of our session today. So what is going to decide whether you are going to get hired is definitely your good communication skill. That's my answer. How can I get hired? The good communication skill is not good English, is not just about the vocabulary you have. It is not just about your knowledge about something. It's not about how positive mindset you have got. It is not just about your self-belief. It is not about your knowledge. But it is actually a combination of your knowledge, your self-belief, your positive mindset, and most importantly, consistent training. You have to train yourself again and again and again and again on your communication skills. Every time when you are doing a personal interaction in your life with your father, mother, your brother, sister, boyfriend, girlfriend, friends, whoever it is, you have to train yourself to communicate in a better way every time. Either it is in Malayalam, English, Tamil, Telugu, language is not a barrier. Before concluding, I'll give you my life example in my life. I got into a sales job in 2002, very accidentally. I was graduated in mathematics. BSc mathematics is my basic qualification. But I was trying to consistently learning. And I tried improving my communication skill every step. I kept my self-belief high. And I always had a very positive mindset towards the things which is happening around me. So the equation which I have put across here in this last slide is not from anywhere else. It's from my experience. It's from where I started as a market research executive in Reliance. I used to work almost more than 10 hours in a day. I used to go and survey the buildings in Ernakulam city, around meeting around 100, 150 people in a day to do the survey for Reliance. So from there, I was continuously trying to learn more. I kept my self-belief up and my positive energy, positive mindset on. And I trained myself thinking that, I am good for a better position in my life. For that, I was always looking up the people who are one level up and comparing myself. Where is my skills? Where is my skills? Am I having enough skill sets to fit into his position? And I kept trying in my life, which has made me probably a bit successful in my life. I'm not saying I'm very successful, but to an extent. I could become successful in my life to this extent what I am currently into. So that's my sincere advice to all of you. Keep learning. Again, I'm repeating, keep learning. Believe in yourself. Keep a very positive mindset and train yourself consistently for better options, better positions in your life. And your communication skill is a result of all these things. So thank you so much for this opportunity. This presentation will be available with your, Sunil sir. So Sunil sir can share with, you people. So if you can, if you want to, go through this again, understand, if you want to, you will not be able to find this module anywhere because it's been, this module is being prepared by myself. So it's, and it's only prepared for you people. So you can take it from your Sunil sir, and hope this will help you. If you are finding it helpful, please take it from Mr. Your Sunil sir, and use it for your probably your training purpose for improving your communication skills. And I'm telling you, getting hired is not a big deal. So in this world, such smart people like you, I know I was just listening to the initiatives you have done in your college, in your institution, and you have got a very good faculties to help you out. So I'm very, very sure that you all will have a very bright future. And നമ്മുടെ ഇടുക്കി ജില്ലയിൽ നിന്നുള്ള പിള്ളേരെ സംബന്ധിച്ചിടത്തോളം എനിക്ക് എപ്പോഴും തോന്നിയിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു കാര്യം എന്താണെന്ന് ചോദിച്ചാല് നമ്മുടെ നാട്ടിലുള്ള പിള്ളേര് വളരെ നോളജ്ഫുള്ളും ഭയങ്കര സെൽഫ് ബിലീഫും ഉള്ള ആൾക്കാരാണ്, ഭയങ്കര നല്ല പോസിറ്റീവ് എനർജി ഉള്ള ആൾക്കാരാണ്. സോ നോളജ്, സെൽഫ് ബിലീഫ്, പോസിറ്റീവ് മൈൻഡ് സെറ്റ്, ഈ മൂന്ന് കാര്യത്തിലും നമ്മുടെ ഇവിടെ നിന്നുള്ള പിള്ളേരെ തോപ്പിക്കാനായിട്ട് ഭയങ്കര ഡിഫിക്കൽട്ടാണ്. പക്ഷെ നമുക്കൊരു കുഴപ്പം ഉള്ളത്, നമ്മുടെ ഈ കൺസിസ്റ്റന്റ് ആയിട്ട് നമ്മൾ ട്രെയിൻ ചെയ്യണം. നമ്മുടെ ഈ സ്കിൽസിനെ വീണ്ടും ഇമ്പ്രൂവ് ചെയ്യാനായിട്ടുള്ള ട്രെയിനിങ് നമ്മൾ കൺസിസ്റ്റന്റ് ആയിട്ട് ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കണം. നിങ്ങളുടെ കോളേജിൽ നടക്കുന്നുണ്ടെന്ന് എനിക്കറിയാം. അപ്പം ആ ഒരു ഫോക്കസ് നിങ്ങൾ കറക്റ്റ് ആയിട്ടുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ഐ എം വെരി ഷുവർ ദാറ്റ് യു വിൽ റീച്ച് ഹൈറ്റ്സ് ഇൻ യുവർ ലൈഫ്, ആൻഡ് വിഷിംഗ് യു ഓൾ ദി വെരി ബെസ്റ്റ്. And once again, thank you, Sunil sir, for inviting me for this program. And thank you so much.
Now, if you have any question, you can ask now.
ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ് ഇല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞൊന്നും മനസ്സിലായില്ല എന്ന് എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നത്. ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ് വരുന്നുണ്ട്. ഓക്കെ, സോ ഹൗ ടു ബൂസ്റ്റ് അവർ ടെക്നിക്കൽ സ്കിൽസ്. അരെ, I could not read that questions. Can somebody read that questions?
Sir, how to boost our technical skills ourselves?
Technical skills?
Ourselves, sir.
എനിക്ക് ആ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ കിട്ടിയില്ല. ഹൗ ടു ബൂസ്റ്റ് അവർ ടെക്നിക്കൽ സ്കിൽസ്, ഇസ് ദാറ്റ് ദ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ?
Yes. How to boost our technical skills.
Okay, so definitely there are 2-3 options for boosting your skills. One is definitely it is reading a lot. You have to keep reading books related to the subject which you feel like this is going to be my interest, or this is my interest. So keep reading a lot of books on that. And your knowledge should not be limited with something which you are interested. So your knowledge should be always little more wider. So because when you go for an interview, probably the questions will not be just about your domain. There will be a lot of discussions which is happening about the other things which is happening around. So any discussion coming across to you, across the table, you should be able to contribute in that. So you should have a wide knowledge, and you should have a habit of reading contemporary magazines. You should have the understanding about what is happening around the market regarding the new developments. So what is big data, blockchain. We are hearing all these words across, right? So we have to keep reading a lot. So I've seen somebody, Gitu, asking how to improve listening skills. Yeah. So listening skills, we have seen the communications, different aspects of communication, right? So you have to look at the person who is probably sitting across to you, or in front of you and speaking to you. So from their non-verbal communications, you will understand this guy would like to say something more to you. But when in a conversation, if you keep talking and if you keep communicating to the other person what you feel right, so you feel that I'm communicating right, and you will keep communicating since you 100% believe that you are right. But probably the other person who is sitting in front of you will be having a different thought process in his mind, and probably that can be a better thought process. But unfortunately, since you believe 100% that I am right, you will keep speaking. So what you have to keep in your mind that the person who is probably sitting in front of you may have a better idea than what you are having about it. Sorry. Hello. Yeah. Hi, Rishi. Okay. Right. Okay. Hmm. Right. Yeah. Please. Right. Okay. Not a problem. So let him call me. Yeah. I understand. Hmm. Right. Okay. Not a problem. Let me speak to him. Yeah. Yeah, please. Right. Sure. I understood. Okay. Right. Okay. Yeah. All good. We are actually growing in our activations, and it's good. Mhm. It's good. It's okay. Sentiments is little negative, but it's people are getting into the new normal now. But the second half of the year will be better, we believe. So it will be, yeah. Right. It starts from the second half. It started around June, July. Yeah. Yeah. Right. 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 Okay. Thank you. Or anyway, ask him to call me. Yeah. I saw your. I'll call you back. Right. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm extremely sorry. I had to attend an important call in between. I'm sorry. Okay. You have to understand the person who is sitting in front of you is probably having a better solution to the problem which you are having. So if you create that mindset while you are listening to the other person, so you will listen to understand. So that is the best way to improve your listening skills. You need to believe that the person who is sitting in front of you probably will have a better solution to the problem which you are facing. So obviously you will hear to understand the solution. Okay, so next question please. Okay, Gidu, hope it's clear to you. Yeah. So I cannot see any question. So can somebody read the question?
Sir,
Sir,
one more question from
Sita
civil
Lakshmi,
engineer.
Sorry.
Sita Lakshmi asked that,
Okay.
can you give a suggestion to improve the confidence level to attend the interview?
Okay. So one thing is that there is no injection is been found to improve the confidence level. Okay, so the only injection which is found to improve your confidence level is to gather as much as knowledge as you can. Okay, so when you got a wide knowledge about the things, you need not to have very in-depth knowledge about everything. You should have an in-depth knowledge about your domain, but you should have a wide knowledge about what is happening around you. So if you improve your knowledge level, definitely your confidence level will go high. First thing. Second thing is, I was telling you, always keep a very positive mindset. That you have to think that what maximum can go wrong. Okay, so when you have decided to fight a war, there are only two options. There are only two outcomes. One is either you will win or you will lose. But if you are not fighting, somebody is coming to fight with you, and if you are not fighting, you have already lost the war, right? But if you are ready to fight, there is a 50% chance that you. So you should train your mind. Tell your mind that let me go for interview. Then even if you are not hire me, I'm answering that they telling you 50% before. So when that thought process in your mind, you will be careless to answer. Answer, let it go, it's wrong. The chance that get right. You should have mind answer any question. Answer any question. So that's something which you have to keep in your mind, and you need to constantly yourself. You can stand in front of a mirror, speak yourself, you can speak brother, sister, father, mother, at home, keep speaking, after you, husband, you. we can keep speaking to yourself. You are going to laugh at yourself. And in the room, next to you, that will your content. Speaking that are the confidence they will to improve and keep improving the concentration is the key and knowledge and keeping your mind positive. All these things boost your confidence. Okay, great. Hope I have answered the question. So, any other questions?
Sir, one more question. Sir, how to develop good English communication skills?
Okay, so that's a wrong question to me, probably, but how to improve is a good question. It's about the previous answer which I have given to and I forgot whom I have given that answer, but it's all mostly the answer is same. There is no good English in the world, to be very frank. So the English which we use is the English which is been widely used across the world, because we Indians are very high in population and we use English, and Indian English is probably the most widely used English in the world. So whatever pronunciation which we have is fine with us. Don't worry about it. Don't think that you have to speak the way Britishers speak, because your tongue is different. Your bottom is different. And you cannot compete with them in the slang and the pronunciation which they use. Don't worry about it. So don't worry much about your, pronunciation and the way you speak. That is, nobody is going to look at that. I'm telling you. Please, forget about the IELTS exams and all. Other than that, nobody is going to look at the pronunciation, how good you are at English. It's not going to be a criteria for anybody to recruit you. I'm telling you. But it's a global language. You should know. You should improve. You should, improve your vocabulary. All that things are important. You keep reading books. Keep reading. Even you can keep reading your dictionary. Don't worry. So whatever it is coming in front of you, which can enrich your knowledge, please keep reading it. Automatically your language will improve, and start practicing. Keep practicing wherever it is possible. You train yourself again and again and again. So that's the only mantra, and that's the only solution to improve your communication skills. So either it is English, Hindi, Malayalam, Tamil, Telugu, does not matter. Keep improving your communication skills. Keep improving your non-verbal communication skills. Keep improving your written communication skills. Whatever it is. So you have to keep train yourself. Keep reading. And don't think that you are speaking a bad English. There is no bad English in the world. There is no bad language in the world. So, other than the foul language. If you are not using any foul language or foul words, other than that, there is nothing bad. So language is all about communicating. And if you are having a good vocabulary and good confidence to speak, that's it. That's enough. Keep reading, keep improving, keep working on it. If you can get a British accent, it's fine. It's good. But don't think that that is the beginning. Probably you can reach to that level when you grow up, when you are becoming a very big international professional or something like that, when you reach that level, you can think about, okay, now I have to speak British English. Okay, fine, you can speak. But right now, don't be bothered about it. Be very casual about it. Whatever slang you are using, whatever the way you are speaking English is fine. Don't worry about it. Okay. Hope I have answered that question. You can go for, if there is any other questions, you can go for it. Any more questions?
Sir, I think there is no questions, so we can wind up.
Okay. So thank you so much for very interactive session. എല്ലാവർക്കും ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞതൊക്കെ മനസ്സിലായെന്ന് വിചാരിക്കുന്നു. ഞാനും എന്താണ് പരമാവധി ഇംഗ്ലീഷിലൊക്കെ സംസാരിച്ച എന്താന്ന് ചോദിച്ചു കഴിഞ്ഞാല്, സോ നിങ്ങളും ഒരു ഗ്ലോബൽ ലാംഗ്വേജ് എന്നുള്ള രീതിയിൽ ഒരു ജോബ് ഇതിലേക്കൊക്കെ പോകുമ്പോൾ ഡെഫിനറ്റ്ലി ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് എന്ന് പറയുന്ന ലാംഗ്വേജ് ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻ്റ് ആണ്. When I was going for my first job, to be very frank, I was not well versed in English, or I was not able to speak in English. I was not confident enough to speak in English and all, because I was an orator in Malayalam, but I was not having that confidence to speak in English. But gradually it got improved. And it will happen. Don't worry about it. And only advice I'm having to you is don't be too much bothered about the barriers of language. Rather than train yourself to improve your communication skills. Language is one of the communication skills which you are having. That is also very important, but you have to keep improving on that. That's it. It is not the final word. That's it. Okay, so thank you so much. Thank you for inviting me for this program. Hope I've helped you in the way which I could, and I should say I tried my level best to help you in terms of whatever knowledge I am having. Hope I met your expectations. Communication skills is a very vast subject. Probably we may have to read a lot about it, and probably you can discuss for a full day on this subject. So I think that's the end of the program. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much,
sir. Really, it was nice, very informative. Sir, thank you for being with us. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
To share our special thanks and loves to the speaker of the day, a sweet welcome goes to Miss Geedu Soman, Association Secretary. Welcome, Geedu.
Thank you. Respected Vice Principal, Manager, Chief Guest, teachers, and dear participants. I am really happy and proud to be part of this venture. Like everyone, we too are confused about our future, especially in this pandemic situation. But this kind of webinars related to our career can motivate and lead to us make a better decision. I hope that this session was really helpful. I would like to thank our dear Vice Principal, President of the function, Reverend Father Tony CST, for his guidance and presence. Thank you, sir. I also extend my gratitude to our dear manager, Reverend Father Joby Vellapakal, CST, for their presence. Thank you, sir. Let me extend my gratitude on behalf of JPM Arts and Science College and the Department of Management Studies. Extend my sincere thanks to our Chief Guest, Mr. Anish P. Thomas, Zonal Business Head, South India, Kuhil Technical Limited, who spent his valuable times with us. How can I get higher? It was a wonderful section. We got a new information and new knowledge on this class. Thank you so much, sir. An event like this cannot happen overnight. It requires planning. We have been fortunate enough to let me backed by team, very dedicated to supportive teachers. I extend my hearty thanks to all the teachers, especially head of the department, Ms. Priyake. Thank you, ma'am. Our staff coordinator, Mr. Sunil Thomas. Thank you, sir. And others faculty members for their support and motivation. Thank you, dear teachers. Last but not least, I would like to thank all the participants from bottom of my heart, especially Mr. Anand Abraham, student coordinator, and Mr. Binil Sabu and Ms. Sneha Thomas. Thank you all. Let me conclude my words. Thank you.
Thank you, Gidu. Life does not require that we be the best, only that we try our best. So, friends, try your best for success. Try be as efficient as possible. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.
Thank you all. Now the section is over. All of you can leave.